Sup, y'all? We got episode, what is this now? Two with the boys, Sam, Will, myself. Just get into it. How's your guys' week been so far?
It's good. Just kind of telling you some interesting stories off the rip, but just basically a very interesting day. I
Yeah.
had some interesting encounters with some people. Just not the it's the typical homeless situation, but also not so typical with like it ended up being a 911 situation that didn't end up being a 911 situation. Basically, this guy just was like kind of slumped over, and I just didn't know what to do. And I called Tristan. He's like, call the non-emergency line. Then I call him the non-emergency line's like not funded or something like that. They like end the call. So then basically, I'm just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna call 911. And as soon as I call, within like probably 30 seconds of like it almost like he heard 911 being called and was like, hey, I probably should get moving or something. Because like he was kind of moving around like a little bit. He kind of started because basically I nudged this guy like multiple times and he wasn't waking up. But as soon as I I have 911 line on speakerphone, it's like he almost instantly like snapped up like and was waking up like and just like instantly like started walking away. And I'm like, well, do we need to send someone out here? And he's like, no, 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 we're good. And then just walked off. So that was kind of my day. On top of there's a bunch of like an air show going on because I don't know if you heard like all the jets that are going on in the area, but basically there's like a bunch of military like air show stuff going on. I didn't know about it until like I heard and was trying to figure out what was going on with some people. But
No,
uh,
you thought we were getting invaded by China.
I was like, dude, what is going on? Like, it sounded like it sounded like a sonic boom, like just how loud it was 'cause it was so close. And I'm like, what is going on here? It was happening like the last 2 days, but I saw them do some cool tricks in the air and whatnot. But yeah, it was an interesting day to say the least. What about you, Sam?
Okay.
I had a pretty good day. Two of my athletes are in peak week right now, so getting them ready, as well as today is also my pretty heavy day on check-in. So lots of athlete fulfillment stuff. Just very exciting seeing all my guys improve, and it's just awesome to guide such young gentlemen to their potential. So. Uh, I today I went to the mall actually with my brother and I splurged a little bit. I got myself a nice watch actually.
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so very
Love a
happy
nice
with
watch.
it. My brother and I have been into watches forever, so I
I
wanted to
love watches
save
too.
up and get a really nice watch, something I could wear at work, on the podcast, and
Nice.
Yeah.
like dressing now
You just feel
nice.
professional.
Yeah,
Yeah, with a
sick.
watch, you're never late, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least that's
I'll
the
be
hope.
honest, whenever I wear a nice watch, I never check the time, but it's just for style.
Yeah.
Makes me
Yeah.
look cool. Yeah,
Oh,
dude, I
for
just got
sure.
back from the Devil's Lake today for today's Sunday and went and just walked around with Shane and his girlfriend and then my girl as well. And just had a good time, just hopped in the water, got some good steps in and just enjoyed the day, got some good vitamin D. Pause. But um uh, yeah, no, dude, we're pushing hard right now. Nick just upped my cardio to a 400 cal burn 5 times this week and then also implemented in Clen. And I just realized I don't know if I'm a big fan of Clen. It's like I'm like sensitive to stimulants in general. I also got like heart stuff that runs in my family. And like I just got through like a year, almost year-long hiatus of a health phase dealing with heart stuff. So I'm just like, dude, after like the first day, I was like, I could tell my heart was like kind of bugging a little bit and just I had this increased baseline anxiety all day.
Yeah.
But dude, I will
That's
tell you what, it
what I
worked.
felt a lot.
It
Yeah.
definitely works
It
though.
works, but like
But it's like
that
not really worth it.
anxiety,
Yeah, it's not
man,
really
I
worth
get
it.
that same thing and it's such an uncomfortable feeling too.
It is. Plus, I'm just kind of someone that like struggles with anxiety in general. Like it just runs in my family.
Yeah.
And do the stimulants, it's just like this is cool and whatnot, like losing a little bit of fat loss, but like, dude, I'm already losing fat at a crazy rate. Like I don't need this. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I even tried lowering the dose a little bit, like coach told me to start at 60 micrograms. I did a 40 just to start off, just because I'm like, hey, this first dose, just kind of see how it goes. And even that was like seemed like a lot. I brought it down to 30. Even that was like at first I was like, all right, this isn't bad. I'm not feeling it too much, but it's like it almost like slowly kind of like spiked later in the afternoon where I'm like, all right, I'm like super anxious right now. So I just don't really think it's for me, to be honest. But dude, I'll tell you what though. Granted, I had a refeed the day prior, but the first day being on it, using it, I woke up the next day after that, dropped 4 pounds. Woke up the next day after that using a little less, dropped another like 2.5 pounds. I was like,
Damn.
It
yeah,
works.
it's pretty wild.
It's so wild though,
Insane.
because like I was, you were asking me like I remember beforehand like what Clen is kind of like, and like basically everything I told you was like the exact opposite of what you experienced. Like you know what I'm saying when
Yeah,
it comes to like the anxiety
I
part.
experienced what Tristan experiences.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's kind of interesting how that works though, because it's like I never experienced any sort of anxiety, and like I honestly noticed that like after about 3 4 hours, like it almost felt like it was out of my system. Like I was just kind of, and granted, maybe it was just because of
well,
all.
you're just a different breed, bro.
Yeah. He was just deep in prep. Like he was just
Yeah,
tired
that's what I
already.
was saying. Yeah.
Um, Honestly, I think part of the drops too, like wasn't just all the clan. Like obviously, like I had increased cardio. I've been walking like crazy, things like that. Just multiple factors. Also had a refeed. So that's just dropping fat more from that. It boosted metabolism. But it's like for the dose I would be even able to tolerate, it's like a probably like a 12% increase in my BMR. So it's just like, do I really need a 12% increase to feel anxious all day and my heart feeling like it's about to have a heart attack? I don't really think
Right.
so.
Right.
You know, so
You-
yeah, just be careful with that stuff, y'all. Like, especially if you're
Even
using
like
technical clan, like
switching
it's so easy to
switching to
misdose that
slew.
stuff. Yeah, slew, yeah, 100%, man. Or even like a good like Motzi and slew blend, I think I'd probably benefit more from.
Dude, I liked Matsu when I tried it. I'm honestly gonna probably put a YouTube video out about it here soon. But kind of what I noticed with Matsu is like I think it'd be really beneficial in a post-show phase, or honestly like a fat loss phase too. I could see it, but I noticed actually like a big difference when I implemented it versus like the last couple weeks. It's been like a lot more. Like I've been following diet a lot more the last couple weeks, but without Matsu, and it almost seems like not like fat gain is happening like more rapidly, but like just a softer look. So I'm almost wondering if it's just like if it does make a pretty big difference when it comes to just like the like holding like the kind of look, I guess, coming outside of a prep or even post diet. Especially when it comes to like reintroducing carbs and seeing like how much of a like response it helps with like insulin sensitivity. Because I'm someone who just like naturally like doesn't matter what, like I could be in prep and my blood sugar's still like 100 fasted. You know what I mean? So it's kind of interesting to mess with some of those compounds, but I'm curious to try slew out. I don't know. Have you tried slew, Sim?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, dude. Awesome week though. I'm super excited. Like it's been really awesome just leaning up. I've been trying to get out, honestly, so out in the sun as much as possible too, because the sun's a great
The sun's been feeling
vitamin
awesome
D.
lately. It's
Dude,
been
vitamin
feeling
D is a
so
great
nice.
vitamin's a
Late
great
July.
vitamin D is a great anti-inflammatory as well. So like if you want to lean up, stay out in the sun. Like that's why I love walking around with my shirt off. It's just my skin soaks up as much vitamin D and I'll come back in looking just tight, dry, vascular. It's a cheat code.
Cheat code. Yeah. Pair that with a little Melantan.
Melantin.
I'm
I'm a
Sam,
not a
big fan of
Melanton
Sam, you've been
guy.
Melantin.
looking. I know, like in this camera view, it looks like you're really pasty, but like you've been sending me snaps, and I've been seeing like just how tan you've been
The
getting.
thing is, it stays in your system.
Yeah.
So like you don't even need to like tan, go outside and tan.
Mm.
You could take some and like later in the week, you'll just start getting darker.
That's
I haven't taken a dose in probably 2 weeks, and it still feels like it's almost in my system. It's
that's
just
wild.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it just looks like a fake tan though. Like it doesn't look like a real tan.
No, it does. It looks like a real tan. It's
I don't
increased
know.
melanin.
Yours isn't bad, but like some people that I see take it and they're like super dark, I'm like, I
S-
can tell that's just
Some
how
Right.
people, like, when they hammer it, they just get like
it looks
super
weird.
dark and
Yeah,
it's just
it looks
gross.
gross. Yeah.
You have to
Yeah, yours
like
isn't bad. Yours doesn't look
I
like a
microdose, so like
yeah.
the trick is like really just microdosing it.
Mhm.
If you take a huge dose anyway, one, you're going to be leaning over, vomiting with a huge, erection for like 3 hours, and that's going to be a horrible feeling. But it also is really good for like fat burning too. But if you
Yeah, I've
take
heard
too
that.
much, you get super nauseous. So
Mhm.
if you microdose it, you get like both effects. And then you could obviously titrate up. Um, but I always like say like start really slow on it.
Sure.
What's a microdose in your eyes?
I would, what's mine? Mine is 10 milligram. No, wait, mine's 5 milligram. I take. I'm thinking about the conversion right now.
Yeah.
It's pretty small, like 250
Milligrams.
micrograms.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
All right.
250 to 500
Is that per
micrograms.
day or is that just
Maybe
like
500 would be a little much, but
okay? And is that per day?
no, like
Just a couple
I
times?
would take that dose maybe twice, maybe 3 times a week.
Okay, gotcha. Nice.
Yeah, but it builds up, so that's the thing. Like,
Okay.
you don't know how hard it could hit you because it'll hit you later on. And you
Yeah,
might not even know how hard it really hits you.
right.
So,
Just kind of starts.
yeah, just gotta kind of like start really slow and kind of play around with it and find your median.
Makes sense. Sweet. You guys want to dive into some questions?
Yeah, I got one. Same,
I
did you
got
get
a
any?
few. Yeah, I got a few.
Cool. You should start off with one.
All right, let me pull them up here. Oh, this one's great. Should natural bodybuilders get blood work? And if so, during what phases? Bulking, cutting, etc.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I don't think they'll probably need it as often as enhanced, but they definitely should. And even if
It's
you
good to
want to do
see
it
your
more often,
levels.
you could. Yeah,
It's good to see where
100%.
you're at. If you're deficient in some areas more than others, or if something is really bad and out of range, then it's something that you gotta go get fixed.
Yeah, totally. And just being like strategic about when you get your blood work done too. Like a lot of people like they go get their blood work done fasted, but it's also really important to not go like too long fasted because like those can skew your markers too for both enhanced and natural.
Yep.
So it's really important to like kind of like plan that out. Um, Go fasted, but don't try to go like too long fasted because either of
Yeah.
those can skew.
I learned that the hard way
Um,
actually. And with like the first time I ended up getting blood work. I think I was fasted till like 1 p.m.
yeah,
So like
Oh no.
yeah, so well, and I
insulin
think I
out of
told you
whack,
guys like it was like
iron's
my
out of whack.
levels were like 180 or whatever. Versus like I think if I was like in the morning, it would have been like 300. So it was still low either way, but still again,
Yeah,
that's over 100
it's a
point.
big difference.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
yeah, get them done in the early morning.
Testosterone dose, like dose timing too, is also matters. But like if you're a daily doser, like if you inject every day, you don't need to worry about it
Hmm.
because your hormones are pretty stable. But
Hmm.
like if you like inject, let's say the day before, it's probably going to be a little bit higher. If you
Okay.
want to time it, probably time it for that second day. If
Hmm.
you're like an every other day kind of pinner, or
Yep.
like a three
Yeah,
time a week pinner.
Hmm.
It's right when
taking
it's like right at the middle of the peak. So like,
yeah,
you know,
So, and yeah,
or
taking a
like
couple of
if
days
you're
off of
if
training
you're
as well.
let's see, I could draw it out actually. Let's
Take
see.
like 2, 3 days off training before
Yeah.
your blood work as well.
mhm.
Make sure your ALT, AST values are in check.
Yeah, I had
That's
a
the
guy
thing too.
once.
Everyone thinks ALT and AST is just like all liver, but that's
Yeah.
also like muscle fibers too, like the
Yeah.
stress within the
I had
muscle
some
fibers.
guy
Yeah.
train like legs the day before, and his doctor was like saying that he had like
Oh yeah.
kidney failure or
I've
something
done that
like that.
too.
Kidney
I've
failure,
done
liver
that too,
failure. It's
and I
like,
sent it to Nick. And he's like, what did you train the day
Right.
before?
Yeah.
Hit
Yeah.
legs, 3 hours.
Right
Yep.
before.
Kidney fit, just
Your
like
kidneys are about to
red,
explode right now.
high alert.
Yeah, I think we pretty much covered that. Unless you get, there's anything else you guys want to add.
No, that's good, man. I mean, just being really careful about like what advice you listen to. Like if you're going to be a natural, getting your blood work done, like that's where you really want to have a coach. Because if you're doing this natural and you really don't know what you're looking at in terms of blood work, you can easily go in there if you don't know what you're doing, like taking these rest periods off of training to make sure that your AST and ALT values are in check, or what kidney values actually matter to look at. Because your
Mhm.
doctors are going to look at these things, and doctors aren't typically, testing bodybuilders or something like that, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, you have like stage 3 kidney failure or liver failure," and it's like, now you just trained too close before you got blood work done, and your muscles were just stressed out. Like that's why it's really important to have a coach too that knows what they're doing. Is they can tell you how to get your blood work done accurately and like what measures and values on blood work you should actually be looking at. Like we all know with like kidney stuff, like creatinine, like that's always elevated in bodybuilders just from eating a lot of protein training.
It's even elevated in just like natural guys with,
Yeah, 100%.
just elevated mu more muscle mass.
Mhm.
Dude, happened to me. I went to the doctor and they tried it, telling me how I had stage 2 kidney failure. I'm just like, bro, just take my cystatin and C and that'll be in check. And that's all you need to know about your kidneys. And if that's fine, then you're good.
I was gonna say, and then the general practitioner probably asked you, "What's the statin C?"
Yeah. What is that again? What's another question we got?
I got one from one of my athletes. Fat loss products in prep, do's and don'ts. We kind of talked about Clen a little bit. Sam, you want to start this one off?
Um, I feel like a lot of people are either 50-50 on this one, Yohimbine, HCL,
Yeah,
or just regular, doesn't matter.
yeah. I'm using it in a couple of my athletes right now. It works pretty well. It's
I
just
like it.
you just don't
Helps with
want to.
energy too.
Yeah. Obviously making sure that you're taking it in the morning. I really don't have anyone taking Yohimbe, even like really afternoon.
Stimulants in general just need to be in the
Yeah,
morning.
just kind of keep them in the morning, away from bedtimes. Uh, I know with Yohimbe, again, it's pretty potent. So again, pretty like start low on the lower side if you can. Some guys I've talked to, like running crazy doses of Yohimbe and they're just like ready to just rip their skin off. I'm like, dude, you don't need to run 20 milligrams of this stuff. Like start out at like 2.5, start out like at 5. That's kind of the recommendation I'd say if you're gonna start at a dose with Yohimbe, and keep it away from bed.
I
Um,
almost feel like Clen and Yohimbine are like super
yeah,
similar in feeling.
yeah, I would
Yeah,
say
it should have
so.
beneficial synergistic effects as well when you take them
Yeah.
together. Fat loss. I
That
think
was what I
Yohimbe
had
as
for.
well has increased fat loss benefits when paired with 300 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, yep. I
They
I
teach
took
that in
the
J3U.
I took that. Yeah, I remember learning about that too. I took the Clen and Yohimbe injectable form and as my kind of fat burner and prep.
That's
Um,
wild.
yeah,
Injectable
it's pretty
cleanse.
interesting. I was
I'd be
telling, I was
nervous to do injectable.
the one downside I didn't like about it very much was just like it wasn't like the pip itself like right away. It was like built up afterwards. So I injected in in my stomach fat. So it's because it was just like you could do sub Q, but it was like a meal at a time.
Oof.
So yeah, so it would be I think a meal was like 50 micrograms and then like 5 milligrams of Yohimbe, and like just instantly had like just the worst lump in my stomach for like a week. So that was the one downside. So you just kind of have to find the right places to inject that stuff if you even have that. But yeah, overall, I think Clen and Yohimbe go really well together. None of us have really tried Slew, so I don't really have an opinion on that. I think as far as like a don't, again, I think I've heard some bodybuilders like recently kind of talk about DMP and trying to bring that up
Oh,
again. But again, it's just like that's such a big risk when it comes to Hold on. All right, we still have 10 minutes left. It's just such a big risk when it comes to just overall like your body on DMP, especially over prolonged periods of time, like you're just creating a bunch of heat, right? And like, you've heard of bodybuilders dying and this stuff. So it's not something to really mess around with. At least in my opinion, I don't really have a lot of experience on it. I know certain people like personally that have used it. And it just kind of comes down to like having the right person in their corner to use it. But again, as a coach, even myself, I don't really recommend it. I'm probably guessing I speak for you guys both the same. You guys probably wouldn't recommend that.
I had a client that came to me. He was running it from his old coach who like would just throw together just insane cycles to say, hey, take this shit.
Hmm.
And his blood work was horrible, dude. It
Yeah,
was so
So
bad.
bad, bro.
It
yeah,
was so bad. Yeah, don't
yeah.
run that.
So that's probably a
Not cool.
don't. Tristan, do you have any do's or don'ts?
I think injectable L-carnitine has efficacy in bodybuilding for sure. I think
I
it
just think
definitely
the
works.
injections are just like
Even liquid
so much
carnitine,
though.
Yeah, liquid too. I would say
I feel
injectables
like
are
that's
more
even like
bioavailable
that's
for
like
sure.
such a safe way of like getting in like a fat burner because it means it
Yeah,
really
I'd say if
takes
you're
for
maybe
you
a
to
little
get
bit
to the
newer,
mitochondria.
if you're a little bit newer to bodybuilding, liquid's probably maybe a better way to go. If you're more
Yeah,
experienced, injectable is going to be more bioavailable, where you'll just see better benefits of like fat
definitely.
metabolism, fat oxidation, etc. I think that one's definitely got efficacy.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't even know if is injectable L-carnitine. Are you able to use that as a natural bodybuilder?
I believe it is banned on WADA.
It is.
So
Okay.
like
Okay.
OCB, I don't
Okay.
think you can.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. I feel like once you're now taking things to enhance something, you're no longer natural.
Once you
That's
get
kind
to
of
the gray
brings it.
zone, you're
Yeah.
no longer
That's kind of what I was
Natural, yeah.
thinking. Yeah, I mean, I honestly like I'm just not the biggest fan of L-carnitine in general. And I haven't tried it injectable, so maybe my opinion could be swayed on that. I know that the bioavailability on like liquid L-carnitine or just like oral L-carnitine is pretty crappy because I've tried it before and I've seen like I've tried doses that are small, I've tried doses that are just insanely high. Doesn't work one bit in my system whatsoever. Um, I know like there's L-cetyl carnitine, which is more of like a nootropic. So it's something that works within the brain because it does cross the blood-brain barrier. But the bioavailability on regular, like if you're looking for fat loss, oral L-carnitine, I've just seen nothing from it.
Yeah. I'd say like the tablet or like capsule form probably isn't really worth the money.
Yeah.
But
Yep. Um,
what other questions we got?
are you guys good on that one as far as just like do's and don'ts? I think that's a pretty good
Yeah.
solid list. Yeah. Favorite current, past, and or favorite current and past open bodybuilder. Tristan, you want to go start off?
Dude, there's so many to think about.
yeah. The
Because it's
pass is
not,
gonna be hard.
bro, there's so many things to think about. Like when I like truly try to pick someone that's my favorite, it's not just a physique I'm picking, it's a mindset, it's their aura, it's their backstory, it's
Yeah.
everything that like they went through. Like that's what like makes me want to choose someone. So like I know we've talked about it kind of like in our apartment. Dude, Kevin Levrone is probably not even just like his physique, but just
Favorite.
his backstory, bro. He's gone through so much and he's just got one of the dopest mentalities where I heard like stories of him like sleeping with like machine guns around him before the Olympia just to get his mind like in that savage state, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure his
Sleeping on
mom
the
and
floor.
yeah, dude, just for the love of the
Yeah.
game. I'm pretty sure his mom and dad died as a kid
Yeah.
before he ever got to win a show, which sucks. But dude's just been through adversity after adversity. And I think what's really cool about him too is like he never won an Olympia, but he just kept showing up. Even if he kept getting second, he was just like, just kept showing up, showing up. And obviously he's got a crazy physique too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say like mindset wise, I really like Dexter Jackson. That dude has no quit. Dude is an animal. and he comes in sharp every single time. Not my favorite physique, but he has got
Blade.
crazy grit in the sport
Yeah.
and perseverance. I don't think I've seen anyone else go in bodybuilding competitively like as long as he has, which is impressive.
Yeah. I think if I were to go kind of like you probably already heard me talk about this, but dude, Jay Cutler, bro, like just that straight up box mindset, like that's kind of what got me really like hooked on this like mindset within bodybuilding. I know his overall physique, I'm a big fan of just like his structure, um, and just like his overall like just density as a walking around at 5'9" at 265 pounds, like that's just such a sick look to me. Um,
He's a dope dude.
yeah, he's a
Like
dope
he's
Yeah.
dude.
nice to
Yeah,
everyone. And he
absolutely.
knows everyone.
Yep. And the fact that he's successful in entrepreneurship too, outside of just bodybuilding, like that's something that's kind of cool as well, that like I strive for, right? I don't want to just be a bodybuilder at the end of the day. I don't want to just have this be my only avenue. Like I want to, take something away from the sport and be able to like, make a living within the sport as well. So, it's kind of why
Yeah.
I started coaching and it's definitely a big inspiration point for me as far as, bodybuilder that I look up to for sure. What you saying?
Mine's got to be Dorian for the
Yeah,
training aspect and the training
yeah,
mentality.
Seth Furrow sees that for me.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love Seth's training.
yeah. That's sick, dude.
Really look up to him. He's dope.
Dude,
Yeah. I mean, there's
Dorian's,
so many
Training.
bodybuilders to pick from. Phil
Blood and
Heath.
guts.
yeah,
Yeah, dude. I
just
really like Phil
his
Heath.
density, bro. It's nuts. Like that back density, bro. You can't beat it.
I
Mhm.
love every aspect about his training. And
Mhm.
I'd say like my training is like so closely resembled to his, which
Mhm.
I love. So
Hell yeah.
I think I take more of like a Seth Feroce approach this next off season, just like more volume, a little bit more even to last off season. I would say I've become a lot more instinctual. Like I've really kind of leaned into that instinct training. Like I still follow my program in terms of like exercises and movement patterns, stuff like that. But in the way that I execute the sets, it's very instinctual. But I kind of talked to Nick about coming into a little bit more of an approach of volume this time around because hey, we're going to be utilizing a little bit of EQ here, so we have a little bit more just red blood cell production for endurance. I'm also type 2 fiber as an ectomorph, so like I'm kind of primed for just more endurance training. Plus, I just love training like an animal, so I
Yeah.
can do volume. So
dude, I love EQ.
Dude, we should
I've never
really
tried
talk
it,
more
so
about training on the next podcast. I think it'd be dope to kind of dive into that for like our off
dude, I'm
season.
a training nerd.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right, we got 2 minutes here left before it shuts off. Um,
2 minutes.
I
We
know.
got
Yeah.
we
Rapid
gotta
fire,
we
we have
gotta
one
get the
more question.
premium version or
I
something
know.
to go
Yeah.
longer.
Rapid fire, one more question. Sam, do you got one that's quick to go? Otherwise, I can go.
Not like as like a good one though. They're all like, how did you get so big?
Okay.
Type of questions.
I got one. Is it true
Pop
that
tarts and donuts, baby.
all right, quick.
Culver's
Uh,
and barbell back rows.
does gear make it smaller? That's literally the question I got.
I think if you're running growth hormone, it makes it bigger.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
big brain stuff right there.
Yeah.
Inject it straight into your
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, boys. Well, we got about a minute.
Increased libido equals increased, blood flow to erections, and then,
Tadalafil and GH,
bigger.
baby.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And guess
And
what?
a
If
dick
your
pump.
Yeah.
balls are shrunk
On
a little bit,
on site injection
if
and GH.
if your balls are shrunk a little bit, I mean, think about the comparison there. It's just making one look bigger, you know?
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
Rich Piana says.
Yeah, exactly, dude. All right. That's going to end it for us. Again, this is a short episode, guys, so I appreciate you guys for watching. Go subscribe to Sam's channel. Go subscribe to Tristan's channel. Check us out on Instagram, and let us know in the comments what you guys want to see next for the next video. Peace out, boys.
Peace.